So what are the advantages of a matatu business? Why is the matatu business attractive to Kenyans and other entrepreneurs? Number one is the simplicity. Matatu business is as simple as buying a motor vehicle, putting in all the necessary requirements like the seats. If it's a bus, you buy the bus, you put in the seats, you put in the music, and you do the branding, and you find a driver or a circle, and you are already starting to earn money. You don't need good education. You don't need a lot of education to become a matatu owner. You don't need a lot of technical know-how, like you don't need to do coding, you don't need to do engineering to run a matatu business. So that's what I mean by simplicity. Number two, the matatu business has a ready market. If you look at the population of Nairobi and maybe Kiambu, if you want to operate a matatu business in Nairobi and Kiambu, the population should be one of the guiding factors or advantages. Nairobi will have so many people. If you go to Nairobi from around 4 or 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., there are usually lines. There are usually long queues. And I've heard women complaining about men behaving in a funny way on those queues. By the way, women, you have to be very careful. Some men are going to those lines with very weird intentions. If you notice somebody moving very close to you, you have to be very careful. So that is, we have ready market. The point I want to say is that we have a ready market for matatu business, and this is why it is attracting so many people. So ready market, if you want to operate this matatu, for example, if I'll give you an example. If you want to operate your matatu from a place like Ruiru has numbers. Okay, if you want to take that route of Ruiru, for example, yesterday I was in town at around 11, 12 around there, and there were people were scrambling for the Ruiru matatu, the lofa matatus at that Odeon place. It was chaos. I was surprised. People are scrambling for matatu at around noon. And this shows you that there's a deficit. There's a already existing market for matatu. So those are two advantages. We have another advantage that really attracts people to matatu. The profits are huge. Profits in matatu business are huge. Tuambiane tu ukweli. If you are doing matatu, nobody will do a loss-making business. Matatus have profits. You cannot board a matatu from Ruiru to town or from Rongai to town for free. You have to pay, and you have to pay cash. There is nothing like credit. Matatu people don't give credit, so you have to pay in order to board the matatus. So before we look at some of the disadvantages, I want us to look at an ideal case. I want to look at some of the numbers we are talking about. If we have a 52-seater matatu that is plying along the Ruiru Nairobi route, what are the numbers? I want to bring in a tool that we'll use to do that particular mathematics. So for a 52-seater matatu, the average fare from Ruiru to Nairobi, let's say take the figure of 60 shillings, which I used yesterday from Ruiru to Nairobi. So 52 times 60, we get 3,120. So one trip from Ruiru to Nairobi and back, this will be 3120 times 2, that is 6,240. So assuming that we remove the cost of fuel is 1,000, we want to see a round trip from Nairobi to Ruiru and back is 6240 minus 1,000. Up you get 5240. This is the profit. The profit for one round trip is 5240. So if the bus makes 10 trips in a day, these guys are capable of making 10 trips in a day. So 10 trips times this, you get that on a daily basis, the 52-seater is supposed to make 52,400. Okay, so what other costs? The driver and the conductor have to be paid. So each one, the driver 1,000 shillings, the conductor 500 shillings. So the total in terms of salaries is 1,500. So 52,400 minus 1,500. The total profit that you're supposed to make, or the guy with a 52-seater bus makes in a daily basis, is 50,900. On a weekly basis, this matatu is supposed to generate 50,900 times 4. On a weekly basis, the 52-seater bus is supposed to generate 203,600. On a monthly basis, this bus is supposed to generate these times 4 is equals to 814,400 per month. So you see, everything minus cost of maintenance, you are supposed to generate 814,000 on a monthly basis. So this is the amount. If you look at these figures, I've done a rough estimate, and this should guide you on how this matatu business is able to generate this kind of money. Okay, so now that we have these numbers, we know the numbers about the matatu business. What are some of the challenges? What are some of the challenges of the matatu business, and how can you overcome these challenges? So the first challenge is maintenance. Maintenance of these vehicles is required. Maintenance can be in terms of the mechanical parts. You have to consider tear and wear. We have the tires, the tear and wear. They also have to be serviced. If you don't find the right people to service your matatu, you will find yourself into problems. Then we have another challenge of extortion from the police or law enforcement agencies. This matatu business, since the law enforcers know that we have money, you are at risk of being extorted. So you just have to learn how to coexist with these people who are in this, the stakeholders who are in this particular industry. So the challenge of extortion, I think people are just coexisting. In Kenya, you learn how to coexist. Make sure that you have all the requirements. You have complied with the NTSA requirements. You have complied with the local stakeholders, like in the stage. We have the local guys who are managing the stages. So you have to ensure that you collaborate with them so that your business is sustainable. Another challenge could be maybe accidents, but accidents we have insurance and so on. They are supposed to cater for that. So if you are looking forward towards venturing into this business, we've seen that on a monthly basis, the 52-seater matatu can give you to the tune of 800,000 Kenyan shillings. Even if you were to finance that particular business with a loan, I think the installments amounts can be manageable. If you acquire the bus with 10 million shillings, you will be able to make payments if you run this particular transport in an efficient way. So I think I would want to pose a question to you before I end. What are your views? What is your biggest takeaway from this presentation about the matatu industry? What are your thoughts? Is it a business that is worth investing in, or should just people continue shying away from the business? Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. I will see you next time. I will be posting more videos on entrepreneurship, personal finance, and investment. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.